Itself. Where did it come from, and what did it mean in the first place?
So the original definition, it's actually crystal clear. A buzzard is a buteo, that's a specific group or genus of hawks. And here's a fun little tidbit. The word even had this slightly snooty vibe to it. They were seen as inferior hawks, not quite good enough for the high-class sport of falconry. So you can see the word's journey started all the way back around the year 1300. It came from the Latin word for hawk, buteo, took a little detour through Old French, and then landed in English. And for hundreds of years, the meaning never changed. A buzzard was a hawk, period.
Okay, next up, a tale of two worlds. This is where things get really interesting. It's the story of how a simple word with a very clear meaning hopped on a boat, crossed the Atlantic Ocean, and kicked off centuries of confusion.
And here it is. This is the moment it all went sideways. European settlers land in this new continent, right? They look up, they see these big, broad-winged birds circling overhead. Now, they'd never seen a turkey vulture before, so they just reached for the closest word they had in their vocabulary for a big, soaring bird, buzzard, and it just stuck.
So let's put this side by side to make it super clear. In the old world, the original buzzard is a hawk from the buteo family. But in the new world, the American buzzard is the imposter. It's actually a turkey vulture, a totally different bird that just inherited the name by mistake.
But wait, the story gets even cooler than a simple language mix-up. There's a fascinating biological plot twist here. I mean, why do these two completely unrelated birds look similar enough for people to confuse them in the first place?
The answer is this incredible idea called convergent evolution. Basically, it's when two totally different species on separate branches of the evolutionary tree independently come up with the same solution to the same problem. And in this case, the problem was, how do you become the world's most efficient, large-bodied garbage disposal? And you have to hear this, it's mind-blowing. Scientists have looked at the genetics, and it turns out that this whole vulture lifestyle, specializing in eating carrion, has evolved completely on its own at least 3 separate times. It's such a successful niche that nature just keeps inventing it over and over again. And when you really look at the biology, they're worlds apart. Old world vultures, they're basically cousins to hawks and eagles, but our new world vultures, like the turkey vulture, they're off on their own evolutionary branch. Old world vultures find food with their laser-sharp eyesight. New world vultures use a ridiculously good sense of smell. But look at that last line. The one big thing they share is that bald head. It's the perfect adaptation for staying clean on the job. A perfect example of convergent evolution.
Okay, so we've cracked the historical case, and we've uncovered the biological twist. Now for the really fun part. Let's turn you from a confused bystander into a confident, pro-level sky spotter. So the next time you're out and about and you see that big bird soaring, how do you know for sure if you're looking at an American buzzard, a turkey vulture?